Hello everyone. Welcome to Study Online and welcome to Python Workshop. Today happens to be the day one of Python Workshop. Uh, if my voice is audible for each one of you, please do respond by saying yes in the chat box so that I can get the confirmation that you're able to hear my voice. Okay, great. Fine. Very good, very good. Guys, now I'm telling in between the class while taking the session, the only mode of contact between you people and me happens to be the chat box. Sir, if you have some doubts or else whenever you're teaching, suddenly we'll be getting some doubts, sir. You just do one thing, you just have the doubt at the back of your mind or write it somewhere else. 100% by the end of the topic or by the end of the session, I'll be giving sufficient amount of time in order to clarify all your doubts. Will that be fine? I'll give you the chance to unmute yourself. Right now, you cannot unmute yourself, correct, right? Yes or no? If you try to unmute also, it is not possible. Purposefully, I have done that. Why? Because in between the class, there will be a lot of disturbance. That's the reason. I'll be providing the time in order to discuss all those doubts, whatever you'll be having. Let me just do one thing. Let me just open the poster first. Okay. I'm very curious to know about your information, a basic information. That's it. How many of them are aware of this workshop, like from WhatsApp group or from college? Please do respond by saying yes. From your college, right? Correct, right? KLE college. Okay, fine. Very good. Okay. Now tell me, is there any amount that you have to pay for this workshop? That also I'll be asking. Is there any amount? Guys, no one I'm telling, there will not be a single rupee that will be charged from a student. If somebody calls like we are from Study Online, you need to pay for this particular workshop. You scold them in dash dash language, whatever you know. Is that fine? Guys, are you getting my point? No one I'm telling, 100% I'll not be charging any amount. Our team will not be charging any amount. If you get a suspicious call, 100% these things will happen. That's the reason no one I'm telling, please don't entertain all those things. This workshop is for free of cost. You need not to pay a single rupee for internet handling charges, nothing else. Is that fine? Okay, now tell me, when it comes to this workshop, how many days workshop? Are you aware of this particular workshop? How many days? Please do respond. How many days? Uh, it's a 5 days workshop. It's a 5 days workshop. It's a 5 days workshop. And now tell me, what will be the timings of the workshop? What will be the timing? Don't you think it's Monday to Friday? That means today till by the end of the week, Monday to Friday. Right now, today happens to be the day one. That is the reason I have started on 6/5. But when it comes to tomorrow's class, exactly at 6 o'clock, I'll start the class. Is that fine? And the timings happens to be 6 to 7:30. That's what I have told. 6 to 7:30 p.m. And if I'm taking some 5 to 10 minutes extra, will that be fine? Is that fine? If I take some 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Okay, great. Next, please do respond here. Please do respond. It's a 5 days of workshop and you people are aware of the timings, all those things. And by the end of the workshop, I'll be providing the certificate. Okay, sir, on what basis you'll be providing the certificate, sir? No, you people only told it's 5 days of workshop, correct, right? Those who have attended at least 3 days of workshop, 3 live class of workshop, you are eligible to get the certificate. Is that fine? Please do respond, guys. Guys, afterwards, please don't tell me, sir, we didn't understood all those things. If you want to get the certificate, I'm not expecting you to attend all the 5 days. I can understand. Maybe you'll be having some personal emergencies or whatever it may be. At least, can I expect you to attend 3 days? Guys, one thing, you attend today's session without miss. Okay, forcefully attend. I'm damn sure that next 4 days you will only attend. Okay, that is my responsibility. If you attend 3 days, 100% I'll be issuing the certificate. Okay, sir, what about the attendance, sir? How are you going to take the attendance if you ask me? In between the class, I'll be telling one cheat code. That is right now the session has been started, correct, right? I'll tell one cheat code. That means right now, what is the timings? That is first cheat code. I'll just tell the first cheat code. Okay, you only tell me what will be the cheat code that I can consider. Anything. You just tell me the cheat code. Shall I tell the first cheat code happens to be Sandesh, my name? Because some of them are already asking my name. That's the reason. First cheat code is Sandesh. Is that fine? Why this cheat code? I will tell you. You don't worry about that. Why this cheat code? I will tell. Sir, what about last cheat code, sir? Guys, I hope it is not very difficult for you people to remember the cheat code. If you want, you can just take the screenshot of this. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Please be very quick in taking the screenshot. Sandesh is your first cheat code. Guys, when it comes to attendance, I know how to monitor. That's the reason cheat code is very important. 100% you people are not aware of my name. Let me just introduce about myself. Myself, Sandesh HS, who is working as a senior consultant at one of the big four company, and the company name happens to be Outstanding. I hope you people would have not heard about that company. If you would have heard, no issues. Maybe you can just check it out in the Google. The company name happens to be EY. You just type EY. I'm working as a senior consultant at EY, and I do have around 4+ years of experience when it comes to IT industry. And I'm very passionate towards teaching. That's the reason I'm teaching Python, Java, or whatever the technology that is there in the market. I'm the owner and CEO of the Study Online Institute, which got started last year. That is 2020. Almost it's 1.5 years. Is that fine? I think it's a very quick introduction about myself. Is that clear, guys? I think this is more than sufficient, right? What's my name and how many years of experience do I have? That's it. And I have done my engineering, and I have not done any masters and all. I'm also an engineering graduate. That's it. Okay. Fine, guys. I think you need not to know about my personal information, right? Whether I'm married or not, or what are the habits, all those things. No, right? Okay, great. Without wasting the time, let us just move on to the actual thing why you people are here today. Hope that you can just take the screenshot of this if you want the cheat code. Why? Because the cheat code is very important. Okay, don't worry. At last, I will write the cheat code as well. Let me just share you the screen. Hope that everybody are able to see the screen. Are you able to see the screen? Please do respond. That means the pic, whatever is being displayed. Are you able to see the screen? Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just open this particular, or else I'll just try to create a new folder. The folder name happens to be Python Workshop, I will tell. Python Workshop. Okay. Please tell me the month. Guys, why? Because I'll be doing the workshop more oftenly. That's the reason. What's the month? November. And I think in November only, it's my second workshop. That's the reason. What is the today's date? November 29, 2021. Is that fine? Okay, great. Let me just do one thing. Let me just open that folder. Inside this folder, I would like to create a new file. Let me just create a new text file. I'll just do one thing. I'll just tell today happens to be day 1. That's it. Is that fine? Guys, when it comes to notes, you need not to write any notes. Just sit in front of a laptop or mobile phone with no disturbance at all. Just listen to the things, whatever I will tell. Is that fine? I'll just do one thing. I'll just open the day 1 notes. Okay. I'll be asking few questions at the initial couple of minutes. That's it. Sir, what kind of difficult question, sir? It's not a very difficult question. It's a pretty simple question. Please tell me, why you people are here? I want the answer from your side. Why you people are here? Sir, what kind of question are you asking, sir? You only started the workshop. Then you're asking why you people are here. Don't you think in order to learn something? Okay, what do you want to learn? In order to learn, you have enrolled for the workshop, correct, right? What is the main theme behind that workshop? What is the name that I have given? Dash workshop it is. Very good, very good. Don't you think it's a Python workshop? Python workshop. Fine, well and good. Now tell me, if you hear this term called as Python, what and all things that will come into your picture? That means what things comes to your mind if you hear this term called as Python? Or have you heard this term called as Python in your life? Yes or no? No, sir, this is the first time that I'm hearing. If that is the case, please do tell me. As I want the response from your side. I know many of them, if you hear the term called as Python, what comes to your mind? Correct, right? I think some snakes comes to your mind, correct, right? Python means some snake, and some of them will tell, so already we have heard, maybe Python is a programming language. It's a in-demand programming language. So many things you will tell, correct, right? Now, first of all, forget about Python, fine. If you want to learn something in your life, fine, guys, right now you want to learn Python. That's what I will be teaching in this 5 days, correct, right? Guys, now only I'm telling at the initial couple of minutes of workshop, I cannot teach you complete Python, whatever that is there. But because in 5 days, nobody can teach you Python. The inventor of Python is only not able to teach. That means he'll not be able to teach a Python in 5 days. It's a Python workshop. Sir, what things you'll be teaching, sir? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you in the couple of minutes. But right now, if you want to learn anything in your life, for example, you have taken a course, BCA, MCA, or BE, BTech, whatever it may be, that's up to your interest, fine. Or you want to learn cycling, or you want to learn how to ride a car, or you want to learn something, maybe whatever the maybe the things that are there in the real world, please tell me on what basis you people should decide to learn something. On what basis you will decide? Simply will learn. Sir, my friend is learning, sir, that's the reason I'm learning, sir. Or else, sir, my boyfriend is learning, sir, my girlfriend is learning, sir, that's the reason I'm also learning. Or some of them will tell interest. Okay, yes, upon your interest only you started to learn. How to get that interest, that is very important. You told you'll be having that interest. How to get that interest? Simply you'll not be getting that interest, right? Simply if I tell you to learn some XYZ book, will you learn? Will you get the interest? No, 100% no. Correct, right? If I tell you to mathematics, if you don't know anything about mathematics, fine, will you learn? Will you automatically get that interest? No. There should be some criteria. You people should be aware before learning something. Same thing will be applicable for Python also. Okay, sir, which are those three things? Guys, whenever you want to learn anything in your life, from now onwards, please have this at the back of your mind. Or if you want to take any of the course, or if you want to join any of the institute or whatever it may be, first decide three things. Okay, sir, which are those three things? You people are aware of these things, but you people are not completely having the clarity. Okay, these are the three things that we should see. First one, why? What is the first one? Please do respond. What is the first one? Why? Okay. What about second one? I think easily you can tell the answer. What about second one? By this time already some of them are telling the answer. What is second one? Very good. Don't you think the second one happens to be what? What? What about the last one? What about the last one? How? That means when means already have decided. Correct, right? Guys, you should not ask yourself when. If you are getting the interest, you should start right away itself. You don't have that fixed time. Is that fine? Guys, please don't have this mindset. Tomorrow I will start to learn. Day after tomorrow I'll start to learn. Next year I'll start to learn. No, please don't ask yourself when you're going to learn. If you are getting interest, start right now itself. Okay. And the main thing is how. That is very important. How you will learn. Now you have decided to learn Python. That means my duty is to teach you what is Python in this particular 5 days of workshop. And I'll be giving you the glimpse about Python, whatever the content is there. Okay, sir. Why Python, sir? Why Python? Similarly, what is Python, sir? And how Python? By the end of the session, you people should get the clarity. Why Python? What Python? How Python? That is my responsibility. Just give me 1 hour of time. I'll make you to understand why you should learn Python. I'll make you to understand what is Python. I'll make you to understand how to learn Python. Is that fine? Please you respond. Just give me 1 hour of time. That's it. I'm not asking 3 hours or 4 hours and all. Just 1 hour. That's it. Okay. Okay, sir. We have decided to learn Python, sir. Now tell me, being an Indian, including me, because I'm also an Indian. I hope everybody who are attending the session is Indians. Correct, right? Being an Indian, please do respond. If we want to learn something, fine. Don't you think there will be something in our mind? Simply we will not learn. If you're doing BCA or if you're doing MCA or if you're doing BE, don't you think future plans will be there? Sir, what is the future plan, sir? Reality. You want to get a job. That's the reason you're doing the degree. Yes or no? Yes, I'm the person who will speak directly. That means the reality is what I'll speak. I'll not bluff in front of you. Correct, right? If you want to learn something, what you will learn? You want a job, right? Correct, right? Your ultimate goal is to get something. Sir, what is that, sir? A job. That to your dream job. If you're already working, then what is your dream? In order to change your job into technical domain. Correct, right? Now tell me directly, if you want to learn something, maybe in your mind, there will be something that will be pinning job, 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 job. Correct, right? Right now, as of now, in these 5 days, please don't worry about the job. If I attend this workshop, will that be helpful for job? 200% it will help you in getting a job. That means a basics is what I'll be teaching right now. Observe properly. You have decided to learn Python. You have told me, yes, sir, we'll be giving 1 hour of time for you. Please teach us Python. I will teach. Right now, coming back to Python itself, why I have conducted Python workshop itself? Why not Java workshop? Why not C workshop? I hope everybody would have heard about a programming language called as C. Correct, right? Yes or no? Okay. Yes or no? That's it. Please do respond. Yes, is there anyone who is not aware of programming language? Sir, no, sir. No, not heard about programming language. Not aware is secondary. No, sir, I don't know any programming language. I have not heard about programming language. Is there anyone? Please do respond. Okay, great. Sir, why you are asking all these questions, sir? Why? Because you have decided to attend Python workshop. Why not other workshop? If you ask me, guys, other workshop also I will take. You don't worry about that. But as of now, why Python? If you ask me, three important points I will tell. First of all, you should look at something. Next, sir, what are those three things? Why you want to attend this Python workshop? Why Python? Why I have taken Python? Because of its rank. Sir, what, sir? For Python also rank is there, sir. See here, for Python also rank is there. 100% for Python also rank is there. Next, based upon the demand, I have decided to teach Python. Next, based upon the opportunities that are there, based upon the opportunities, that is n number of opportunities that are there, I have decided to take Python. That's the reason you should also learn Python. Is that fine? And now tell me, don't you think directly opportunities means what? If you get an opportunity, once you are graduated, that means after your degree, be it BCA, MCA or BE, BTech, whatever it may be, irrespective of the category that you will belong, if you are really knowledgeable, 100% you'll be getting your dream job. If you get some opportunity, don't you think easily you can get your dream job without any haphazards? Now tell me, is there anyone who is aware of the rank of Python? Is there anyone who is aware of rank of Python? Yes or no? No. Very good. Okay, sir, we don't know anything about rank about Python, sir. Then how to check the rank of Python, sir? It is pretty simple. Okay, some of them telling, sir, maybe 6. Please don't tell me that maybe and all. You should be telling precisely. Maybe 6. Okay, one person is telling, sir, maybe 4. Maybe, may not be, all those things are not entertained. You only observe. I'll just show you. Guys, from now onwards, if you want to learn any programming language, you have to decide yourself. That means which website I have to refer. It is pretty simple. Just observe properly. Hope that everybody are able to see the screen. Yes or no? Are you able to see the screen? Please do respond. Okay, great. Now I will just search. What is the website that I have searched? Please do respond. What is the website that I have searched? What is the name? What is the name? I want you to repeat the name in the chat box. TIOB or TIOBE index. Is that fine? It is TIOB or TIOB index. Okay, I'll just click on this. See here, it's a software company. What the software company will do, if you ask me, it will gather all the reports as well as the feedback from the developers and the company who are working with a couple of programming language, and they will decide the rank of the programming language. If I just click on this, you only observe what is the rank of Python. Let me just do one thing. Let me just scroll down. TIOB index for November 2020-21. Please tell me if you are able to see what is the rank of Python. As I want you to respond. What is the rank of Python? No, you just observe the rank. It's number 1. Python is the number 1 programming language in the world. Now see here, previous year, that is November 2020. I want you to observe. In November 2020, what was the ranking of Python? Second rank. Don't you think last year it was second rank? Last year only, while taking the class, I have informed my student 100% next June or May, Python will be number 1. I think last month or before last month, Python has occupied the place of number 1. Is that fine? Guys, minimum 3 years, Python will be at the top 3. Minimum. 100% will not go beyond 3. That is for sure. After 10 years also, Python will be there in top 3. But minimum, I'm just telling, Python will be there in top 1 for minimum 3 years. Is that fine? Now tell me, sir, some of them are looking at, sir, C, Java is also there, sir. C is at the 2nd position, Java is at the 3rd position. Why C, sir? Nobody will be using C. That's what your assumption, 100% no. Still, in order to develop the embedded application, C is like a mother language. Is that fine? In order to develop all the languages, whatever you're seeing, Java, Python, C++, or C#, JavaScript, all those things, C is like a foundation. That's the reason C will be used extensively in the field of embedded. That's the reason C still it is in the top 3. Afterwards, Java will come. Right now, we will just concentrate only on our hero that happens to be Python. Will that be fine? Now, I want you to tell the answer. When it comes to rank, are you people satisfied with the rank? Yes or no? Are you people satisfied with the rank? Yes, sir. The topmost rank is been occupied by the subject, whatever you're teaching, sir. So then what about demand, sir? How to check the demand, sir? It is pretty simple. Whenever it comes to demand, how to check the demand? Please tell me. How you're going to check the demand? Any idea for anyone? I know how we will check the demand. Sir, what we will do, we will ask our lecturer, or we will ask our senior, or we will ask our relative who is working in the IT company, sir. Whatever they will tell, that is like a Veda Vakya for me. I will believe that. Correct, right? Guys, it's a reality, right? Please don't tell me no. Whatever I told, it's a reality, right? Yes or no? Hardly what you will do, you'll ask your lecturer. Next, you will be asking your, what I can tell, seniors. Next, you will be asking your, what I can tell, some 4 or 5 relatives who are working in the IT, what they will tell. That is what, like a Veda Vakya. Correct, right? Instead of that, you have social media. Please ask Google. Google, is there any demand for Python? Then Google will tell Python is the #1 in-demand programming language in the world. Is that fine? Guys, no one I'm telling, please don't ask. No, I'm just telling, yes, ask your parents, or ask your colleagues, or ask your seniors, ask your lecturers, well and good. But ultimately, you should be the decision maker. That's the reason always please do ask the social media platform. That is very important. Why? Because don't, what I can tell, limit your responses or feedback. If you ask your relatives, only will be getting some 5 feedback. If you ask your lecturer, maybe hardly will be getting some 10 feedback. Just ask Google. That's it. And there are many social platform where you can just check the demand. Okay, sir, which are those platforms, sir? Please tell me which are those platform. Any idea? Any platform you people are heard about? Please tell me. Any idea for anyone? Yeah, you can ask Google. You can ask Google. Why? Because so many search will be done. So many search. Okay, Quora is there. LinkedIn is there. YouTube is there. Okay, next. Please tell me how to check the demand. Please speak from the perspective of a developer. Why? Because in future, if you are aspiring to become a developer, irrespective of your branch or whatever the course that you have taken, yes, sir, I will learn Python, sir. Afterwards, I want to become a developer, sir, and I want to get my job in IT, sir. If you want to get the job in IT, see here, there is something called as hacker rank. There is something called as hacker rank. Next, there is something called as Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow. Sir, something and all you're writing, but we people are not able to understand, sir. Guys, you don't worry about that. 100% I am there to explain what are these things. In Google, you ask, what is the demand for Python? Next, in HackerRank, you ask, what is the demand for Python? Let me just explain what is Google. I think I need not explain what is Google. Guys, no, you only tell me, when it comes to searching, search engine, don't you think Google is the #1 search engine? Yes or no? Please do respond. Google happens to be the #1 search engine. Many people would have searched, correct, right? Whether Python is on the top or demand is there. Don't you think they would have done their research? That is the reason Google will tell 100% Python is the in-demand programming language. You can just search it out. You can just search it out. That's what the small task that I'm giving. I hope everybody are having the internet and you can just open the Google. You can just check demand of Python. 100% will be getting the answer. So what is the meaning of HackerRank and Stack Overflow, sir? If I tell you, some of them might not understand. HackerRank is a website where you can take coding challenges. Guys, if you want to become a developer in future, 100% you have to visit this HackerRank, HackerRank, CodeChef. Like this, many websites are there. When it comes to HackerRank, it's a topmost website where you can practice your coding skills based upon the HackerRank. Python is the #1 demanding programming language. You can just check it in the Google also. You can just check according to HackerRank, which is the #1 programming language. You'll be getting the output as what? Python. Is that fine? Sir, at last, what is Stack Overflow, sir? Now tell me, assume that whenever you're writing the code, you get stuck somewhere or you are getting the error at that point of time. Okay, let us just take C. Okay, let us just take C. In C, I don't know whether people would have learned C or not. If you would have learned C programming language, don't you think initial days you got this error, missing semicolon, missing semicolon? Yes or no? Will you agree with my point? Please do respond. You got the output as missing semicolon, correct, right? Yes or no? 100%. Now tell me, I'll just tell missing semicolon in C. I will tell. I don't think if I paste the error, 100% there will be answer from Stack Overflow. See here, the first answer, whatever you'll be getting from what? Stack Overflow. Now Stack Overflow is a company you can take or a website you can take. Any error you post, guys, 100% there will be a solution from there. Guys, without Google and without Stack Overflow, tomorrow if Google as well as Stack Overflow shuts down, there is no IT company. Will you agree with my point? 200% there is no IT company. There are no employees without using the Google as well as Stack Overflow. Tomorrow if Stack Overflow says, okay, folks, I'm very busy, I cannot work today, 100% IT company will not work. Similarly, Google also, correct, right? If they're taking vacation, I will take the vacation for 1 week. Maybe if Stack Overflow and Google takes the vacation for 1 week, then 100% all the IT companies will announce, okay, you don't have the work for 1 week. Like that, the dependency is there. That means in Stack Overflow also, if you check it out. Why? Because guys, I need not to show in front of you. Why? Because the same thing I have typed according to Stack Overflow, which is the in-demand programming language. You only type, then you see the answer. If I type, if I show it to you, then you might not believe, okay, that person has typed and he has made a Python to combat the first. No, I'll not do that. You search it in your mobile. Why? Because I cannot change the answer in your mobile. Correct, right? Is that possible to change the answer in your mobile? Please do respond. Is that possible? No, right? That means you just check the demand of the programming language called as Python in Google HackerRank Stack Overflow. It's the #1 in-demand programming language. Now you tell me, if there is a demand, if there is a rank for the programming language, 200% there will be n number of job opportunities. Using the opportunities, easily you can get your dream job. Yes or no? Please do respond, guys. If there are n number of job opportunity, easily you can get your job. Because opportunity is very important. Correct, right? Now I'll just do one thing. I'll just take only one what I can tell, a platform where you can just search your job. Have you heard about Naukri, guys? I don't know whether people would have heard about Naukri, LinkedIn, Hirist, Indeed, Freshers Word, something like this. It is there. When maybe I think whenever you comes to search a job, at that point of time you'll get to know about this. Okay, it's not LinkedIn, it is LinkedIn. It is LinkedIn. Okay. See here, it's a job searching portal. That's it. I'll just do one thing. I'll just tell Python related jobs. Python jobs according to Naukri. See here, Python jobs according to Naukri. Please tell me, in 2021, please do respond. According to Naukri, how many job openings are there? Guys, this Naukri is what I can tell, application or a website where a company will directly contact the candidate and they'll just conduct the interview and they'll just hire the candidate. Please tell me, in Naukri, that is in India, guys. See here, only in India, India's #1 job portal. That's the reason I have taken Naukri. I want you people to tell the answer. Why? Because I'll not read that. Please read this. Please read this. Don't you think it is 1,83,314? Let me do one thing. In India itself, there are around 1 lakh. 1.8 I will consider. Will that be fine? I'll just round off and I'll just tell 1.8 lakh. Is that clear for everyone, guys? Please do respond. 1.8 lakh job opportunities are there only in India for Python. Now tell me, among that 1.8 lakh, if you're from Bangalore, don't you think minimum? Why? Because people are aware of Bangalore. It's a city where huge or n number of IT companies are there. Correct, right? It's an IT hub. If you consider India, Bangalore is the IT hub. Yes or no? When compared to all the cities in India, Bangalore is the IT hub. After 10 years also, Bangalore will be the IT hub. I can proudly say this. You know because of whom it is? Any idea for anyone? If you are aware of Karnataka politics, then you will tell me the answer. Please tell me because of whom. Please tell me. Yes, a little bit of politics is what I'm just talking. That's it. Because of whom n number of IT companies are there in Bangalore or in India. Let us just take Bangalore. Let's just take Bangalore. Some of them are telling Infosys. Some of them are telling Sidramaya, Yediyurappa, Kumaraswamy. No. In the period of what I can tell, SM Krishna. Guys, everyone would have contributed. I'm not telling no. That is 200%. I'll respect each and every one, provided if they're not corrupted. Okay. Next, see here, in the period of SM Krishna, that happened. Is that fine? Okay, forget about that. Right now, let us just concentrate on Python. Don't you think among 1.8 lakh, minimum 75,000 jobs will be there in Bangalore itself? Yes or no? Please do respond. For Python, job opportunities in Bangalore, minimum 75,000 will be there. Minimum, definitely 75,000 will be there. Now tell me, if you learn complete Python and if you equip yourself completely with the Python knowledge, don't you think rank is there, demand is there, a number of opportunities are there? The only thing is you have to get your dream job. That's it. Shall I proceed, guys? I hope everybody got the clarity for rank of Python, demand of Python, opportunities of Python. Right now, it's the right time for me to start the Python. That is the actual Python. Shall I start? Please do respond. Shall I start? Okay, great. Did you get the clarity? Sir, still we didn't get the clarity like why Python, what Python, how Python. You don't worry about that. I will teach. Why you will worry about that? That's the reason I'm here. Observe properly. I'll just do one thing. I would like to share you the notes. Hope that everybody are able to see the notes. Are you able to see the notes? Please do respond. Are you able to see the notes? Yes or no? I want a response from your side. Okay, if you're able to see the notes, please tell me. Okay, sir, we will learn Python, sir. Assume that we will attend the workshop, we will get the interest to learn Python. In future, if I learn Python, what are the opportunities that are there, sir? Or what are the applications of Python, sir? Please think and answer. What are the applications of Python? That means if you learn Python, in which field you can go? As first, diagram number 1, whatever the screenshot that I have taken. Have you taken the screenshot of this, guys? Diagram number 1. Please do respond. Have you taken the screenshot of diagram number 1? Yes or no? Yes, I want you to write the notes. Even though it's a workshop, I want you to write the notes. Please take the screenshot of this diagram number 1. Please be very quick. Please be very quick in taking the screenshot. Okay. Next, I'll just do one thing. I would like to share you the notes. That is day 1. Please observe. Please observe. If you learn Python, what are the applications of Python? Applications means simple usage. Okay, sir, I will learn Python. Where Python will be used, sir? You can just ask this question. Correct, right? One more thing I want you to show it to you. Please observe the TIOB index once again. Sir, why you're again going to TIOB index, sir? Why? Because right now you understood Python is at the number 1 position. I'll agree with your point. But when Python was invented, you only see what was the rank of Python. Guys, your concentration should be towards Python itself. Hope that everybody can see the TIOB index. And please tell me, when Python got introduced to the market, please tell me what was the rank of Python? Please tell me. Very good. Nothing. That means there was no rank at all. There was no ranking at all. Similarly, at 1996, the ranking of Python happens to be 27. Next, gradually from 27th rank to 20th rank. Next, suddenly from 2001 to 2006. Don't you think there is a drastic changeover? There is a drastic changeover from 20th rank to 8th rank. Don't you think something should have happened in that duration? Guys, it's not a easy thing to get the rank from 20th to 8th rank. Don't you think many of them started to use Python? Something would have happened in that particular duration, 2001 to 2006. What is the thing? I will tell you. Next, from 8th rank to 6th rank, 6th rank to 5th rank. Now, in 2021, it is not 2nd rank. I think it's not updated. Please tell me what is the ranking of Python from 5th rank. 2016, it was there in 5th rank. Right now, it is in 1st rank. Will you agree with my point? Sir, from 27th rank to 1st rank, what made Python to gain the 1st rank, sir? What made Python to gain that 1st rank, if you ask me? Python is been extensively used in many of the applications that you take. You tell me the application that is there in your mobile. 90% of the applications are built using Python. Is that fine? You take the Instagram, you take the Facebook, or you take the Google. Some part of Google has been developed using Python. Are you getting my point? Or if you just take the YouTube. Guys, I hope you're getting the clarity. All these applications are built using Python. That's the reason Python is at the number 1 position. And one more thing, I don't know whether people would have heard about this technical terms or not. Have you heard about data science? Have you heard? That's it. I'm not asking, are you aware of that? I'm just asking, have you heard about data science? Have you heard about data science? Yes or no? Don't worry, I will conduct a workshop for data science also, so that I'll give you the clarity about what is data science. And have you heard about artificial intelligence? Have you heard about artificial intelligence? Okay. Okay, great. Have you heard about machine learning? Have you heard about machine learning? Very good. Very good. Then it's fine for me. When it comes to Python, Python is extensively used, or Python is the go-to language which will be used in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. That's the reason Python from 27th rank to 1st rank. Is that clear? Please do respond. Python is extensively used in the field of AI, ML, and DS, that is data science. Is that clear for everyone? Guys, and someone is requesting me to unmute. Sorry for that. At the end of the session, I'll give you the chance to unmute yourself. Is that fine? If you're having some doubt, you can just ask at the end of the session or after completing some topic. Will that be fine? Okay, great. Next, observe properly. Python is extensively used in many of the fields as well. Okay, sir, which of the fields, sir? Python is used in developing the web application. Python is used in web development. Next, I don't know whether people would have heard about this game or not. Have you heard about PUBG? Have you heard about PUBG? Yes or no? It's a famous game, right? It's been developed using one of the framework of Python. That's the reason when it comes to gaming app development, Python is extensively used. Similarly, when it comes to robotics, when it comes to networking, when it comes to neural network, guys, like this, I can just keep on talking. See here, I can just keep on telling the applications of Python. Let us just limit to 10 applications. See here, when it comes to application development, neural network, when it comes to testing, there is Selenium. You don't worry about that. If you are not aware of this, don't worry. Simply be aware of, yes, Python is being used in this particular domain. That's it. Guys, like this, I can just keep on telling. There is no end for that. There is no end for that. But I have just reduced it to 10. That's it. Now tell me, how many of them got the clarity? Yes, sir. Why Python has came from 27th rank to first rank? Yes or no? Guys, right now, my duty is not to teach what is EI, what is ML, what is DS, what is game application, what is robotics. 100%. We will have a separate session for that. But as of now, did you get the clarity? Why from 27th rank to first rank, the Python? Why? Because it's a Python workshop. It's not a workshop of networking. It's not a workshop of neural network. Is that clear? Shall I proceed further? Please your response. Shall I proceed further? Okay, great. Now tell me, who invented Python? I know you'll be having this doubt, right? Why? Because before you want to learn something, 100% you should be aware of who invented that. That's the reason I will teach you the history of Python. I would like to teach you the history of Python. Okay, sir, what is the history of Python, sir? Is there any history for Python, sir? 100%. There is some small history for Python. You just keep on observing. I'll just show you the history. I'll just do one thing. I'll be playing some PPT. Will that be fine? Only for 5 minutes. Yes, I'm the person who will avoid playing the PPT or playing the slides. Why? Because in front of students, we should be like a raw. That means whatever the thing that we will teach, it should be a practical as well as we have to teach that properly. That's the reason. But for history of Python, I have just done some animation. That's it. So that his picture will be there in your mind for a longer duration. The inventor picture. That is the main reason. Is that clear? Shall I start off with that particular animation? Please do respond. If you tell me, I'll just start off with the animation. Okay, great. Please do observe. Just tell me, are you able to see the screen or not? Are you able to see the screen? Something? Sir, what is this place, sir? Here is where the story began. What is the place, if you ask me? Observe, what is the place name? The place happens to be Netherlands in 1980s. Is that fine? The place happens to be Netherlands in 1980s. Okay, so what happened in 1980s, if you ask me? Observe properly. There was a company called as CWI. What was the company name? The company name happens to be CWI, that is Centrum Viscunda and Informatica. This is a research and development institute or a company, you can tell. In this particular institute, our hero of today's session, or maybe in future, if I want to learn Python, he is the hero. What was his name? Please tell me, what was his name? He was working as a developer as well as a mathematician in the particular company or institute. His name was Guido van Rossum. Is that fine? What was his name? Guido van Rossum. In short form, can we call him as GVR? GVR. It is not NTR, it is GVR. And now tell me, what is NTR? Guys, how many of them are aware of NTR? not MTR, NTR, NTR. Okay, fine. Forget about NTR and all. Right now, you just observe about GVR. Okay. GVR means what? Guido van Rossum. He is our hero of today's session and in future also. Observe. He was working as a developer. At that point of time, they got one job. So what was the job, sir? In 1980s, they got a job to develop an operating system from scratch. I hope you people are aware of what do you mean by operating system. Right now, like how Windows is there, like how Unix is there, like how Macintosh is there, like that, Amoeba was the name of the operating system which they are working on. Is that fine? They got a project for that company. The project name happens to be what? Amoeba operating system. Is that fine? Now tell me, whenever you want to develop an operating system, for example, Windows operating system you take, don't you think some of the applications will be built in the operating system? Yes or no? Some of the applications are built in. Yes or no? Guys, I hope if you are a BCA student or MCA student, a basic knowledge of computer you people will be having, correct, right? You people would have seen the computer, and in the computer there is something called as Windows. It's operating system, correct, right? Many built-in applications will come. For example, best example, calculator. Don't you think calculator is a built-in application that is there in our operating system? Now tell me, in 1980s, in order to develop the application, they were using a famous programming language at that point of time. Sir, what was the famous programming language in 1980s, sir? The famous programming language in 1980s happens to be C. Is that fine? What is the famous programming language? Please you respond. C was a famous programming language. Now tell me, who was the inventor of C? What was his name? Dennis Ritchie. He is the person who invented C. His name is Dennis Ritchie. You would have scolded this person like anything. Some of them, maybe in your first semester or second semester, you'll be having C programming language. Correct, right? Same thing. In engineering also, you would have that C programming language in first semester or second semester. Now tell me, if you would have learned C, have you learned C? Yes or no? Have you learned C? Please do respond. I want a response from everyone. Have you learned C programming language? If you would have learned, don't you think? Initially, guys, for me, if you ask me C program is difficult or easy, I will tell easy. But initially, when you started to learn C, irrespective of the trainer, irrespective of the teacher or lecturer, don't you think you felt C somewhat it is difficult to remember? Yes or no? Somewhat it is difficult to remember. The syntax are difficult, correct, right? Initially, at the initial days. Some of them are telling, sir, now also it is difficult, sir. Don't you think C is not a beginner language? C is not a beginner language. That's the reason I can tell. If you would have learned C, or if people are aware of C, then what you will do? Maybe if you're coding using C, then 100% your reaction will be like this. Correct, right? Sir, what was your reaction, sir? You only observe what is your reaction? I'll just tell like this, you might be giving the reaction. Why C so hard? Same reaction they have given. That means they are developing the operating system called as Amoeba operating system. They were using a programming language for that. The language happens to be C program. That's the reason what they thought. Why we have to use this C? Let us just do one thing. Anyhow, we are developing the operating system from scratch. Let us develop a programming language also from scratch. That is what the plan that they got. Is that fine? The members or the people who are working at CWI got the idea to develop a brand new programming language. Is that fine? They fed up with C. That's the reason what they have done. They started to develop a new programming language called as ABC. All the people in CWI started to develop a programming language called as ABC, but ultimately that programming language also was a flop show. That means it is also very difficult to remember the syntax, whatever that is there. It is also very difficult to remember. That's the reason they have dropped that idea of developing the programming language. But one person was having the idea at his back of his mind. The name of the person happens to be Guido van Rossum. At that point of time, it's a December month. That's whatever the story that I'm telling. It is not a hooked up story by Sandesh. It's the story told by Guido van Rossum itself. You can just check it out in the Google. Is that fine? In the time of December, don't you think in the Western countries, they'll celebrate Christmas like anything? Yes or no? They will celebrate Christmas like anything. At that point of time, they will give at least 15 days of holiday. In that 15 days of holiday, in Christmas duration, this Guido van Rossum sat in his garage, that means in his home. He started to develop a new programming language on his own. Why? Because already he was aware of how to develop a programming language from scratch. Why? Because he was also worked on developing a programming language called as ABC, but it's a flop show. He started to think new, and he started to develop a new programming language in a span of 14 days. That means 2 weeks. He developed a beta version of a programming language. Still, he has not named the programming language. He developed the programming language. Everyone was busy in taking some kind of liquid inside their body in the Christmas time. At that point of time, that fellow Guido van Rossum sat in his garage and he developed a programming language in a span of 2 weeks. Guys, you have to understand, if you people are not, beta version means, I'll just tell you like a sample version. That's it. It is not fully fledged version. That means you cannot use that directly. It will not be released onto the market. For example, before releasing the official version of WhatsApp, initially they will develop beta version. Beta version means 80% development is done, 20% remaining. That's it. Is that fine? 80 to 90% work will be completed. Okay, that's what beta version is called as. Similarly, he developed 80 to 90% of the programming language, and after Christmas holiday, he came to office. Everybody in the CWI, he gathered all the employees and he made to see his programming language, whatever he was developed, completely they were mesmerized. They were shocked. Sir, why they got mesmerized? Why they got shocked? Because of seeing the syntax of his programming language, whatever he has developed. Everybody got full happy, like everybody is congratulating, hey, what good on Rasam, in 2 weeks you have developed a programming language where the syntax is very simple. It's like an English programming language. So many things they told. At that point of time, he was also very happy. And in 1989, officially he developed Python. Still, he has not named Python. After a couple of days, he named Python. But please tell me, officially, when Guido van Rossum developed Python, guys, when the release happened is different year. Now you should tell me when Python got invented. That is very important. Please tell me. Just now I have told. Please text in the chat box. 1989. 1989. Officially, he developed a programming language called as Python. Is that fine? Next. Okay, sir. How he named Python, sir? I think many of them will feel Python means a snake is there, all those things. No, he was a fan, or I can just call a very big fan of a TV series or comedy series. What was the name of the comedy series, if you ask me? At that point of time, in BBC News, it was telecasting. The name of the comedy series happens to be Monty Python's Flying Circus. What was the name of the comedy series? Monty Python's Flying Circus. Something caught his eye. Python. Okay. Tomorrow he came to office and he told, okay, guys, let us just name our a programming language. The name of the programming language happens to be Python. That's what he told. Sir, is this the story, sir? This is how he named Python, sir. Yes, this is how he named Python. Is that clear? There is no history beyond that. This is what the simple history. Now tell me, how many of them are aware why he named Python? Simply, something caught his mind out of this particular name. That's the reason he named it as Python. I know if I just utter the word called as Python, so many things will come. Correct, right? He was the person. Sir, when you showed the pic, he was very young, sir. Right now, he has become old. Don't you think as days progress, everyone will become old? See here, the name of the programming language, what he decided was Python. And he was the person. Please have this person picture at the back of your mind. Why? Because in future, if you want to get your bread and butter, or if you want to move in the field of Python in the IT industry, 100% you should thank this person. Yes or no? Yes. Anyhow, if I utter the name called as Python, many of them will feel snake. Correct, right? If I utter the word called as Python, many of them will feel snake. Okay, one person will be sitting in front of the computer and he'll be, what I can tell, around his neck, snake will be there. That's what you will feel. That's the reason what he decided. Anyhow, people will treat a Python means what snake. Let us just have the logo of Python in the form of a snake. I don't know whether people are aware or not. If you just observe the logo of Python, don't you think it's snake, two snakes? Yes or no? This is how the logo got invented. Guys, right now, if you just consider study online, there is a logo. Similarly, whenever you want to name something, logo should be there. My institute name is study online, and there is some logo for that. Same name of programming language and logo of it. Guys, if you people are aware of Python, if you learn Python, then after a couple of days or maybe today itself, you'll get to know about this particular picture. The next picture, whatever I'm going to display, 100%. If you attend next couple of minutes, your reaction will be like this. Sir, what was our reaction, sir? See here, 100% your reaction will be like this. Assume this is you, this is other programming language, and you'll just see Python like this. Please don't feel bad. Just for entertainment purpose, I have included this one. Is that fine? Please do respond. Guys, please don't feel bad. Okay, great. Now tell me, how many of them enjoyed? Yes, sir. I'll be asking a few questions. Just tell me, who invented Python? At least if you would have seen the PPT or whatever the animation that I have done, who invented Python? You just tell me the short form, that's it. I'm not expecting you to tell the name in the day one itself, because you have to see the spelling and you have to memorize that. I know that. at least you have to see a couple of times, then you'll understand. At least tell me the short form. Don't you think GVR? That means GVR. That means Guido van Rossum invented Python. In which year? In which year? That is also very important. In which year? 1989. 1989. Similarly, don't you think afterwards, simply if they invent Python, there is no use. That's the reason after 2 years of invention, Guido van Rossum decided to launch his programming language to the market. That means officially Python was released to the market to use for n number of users. That means n number of users started to use his programming language. When, sir, if you ask me, from 1991. Is that fine? From 1991, officially Python was announced to the market. If you just ask me the date also, I will just tell the date. It is February 20th. Is that fine? February 20th, 1991 is the official birthday of Python. December month 1989 was the born date of Python. Is that fine? Okay, great. Now please tell me, sir, you are giving so many build-up for Python, sir. Syntax of Python is very simple. Python is very easy to understand when compared to other programming language. That was the main thing that was there in his mind when he developed Python. Yes or no? He thought the syntax should be very simple. Yes, he made the syntax very simple. And the main intention to develop the programming language was make the people understand very betterly when compared to other programming language. That's what the main intention. And he was very satisfied with the 2 points. When he developed Python till now, the syntax is very simple and it is very easy to understand. So simply you are giving build up, sir. Just give us some examples, sir. Then we will also come to clarity that Python is very simple and syntax of Python is very simple. Okay, 100% I'm going to give you the what I can tell example. Please tell me, before learning anything in a programming language, there is some superstitious in programming language word. Please tell me, what should be your first program? I think in your college also they would have followed this also. Correct, right? I think in your college they would have followed this. What is that? Now, what was the first program that I have taught in C program? Please remember, printing hello world. Yes or no? Correct, right? Yes, please do respond. Printing hello world. Let us not break that superstitious. Let us just have that. Okay. I'll just do one thing. I'll just print, see here, printing hello world in C, Java as well as Python. Sir, we are taking C, sir. We are taking Java, sir. If I take C and Java, then only we'll appreciate Python. That's what the thing I have told here. Python is very easy to understand when compared to other programming language. And syntax of Python is very simple. That means writing the code in Python is simple. Sir, please explain, sir. 100% I'm going to explain. Just keep on observing. I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to whiteboard. In this whiteboard, you people should guide me. When it comes to diagram number 2, you people should guide me. I will tell this is C. I will tell this is Java. This is Java. At last, I will tell this happens to be Python. Now tell me, whenever you want to print something on C, what you have to do? Guys, please do respond. Whenever you want to print something on C, what you have to do? Think and answer. Think. It is pretty simple, right? Don't you think we have to use something called as printf? Printf. If I use printf, within the printf, guys, now I'm telling my main intention is not to explain C and Java. My main intention is to show how simple is Python. Is that fine? Now I will tell hello world. I will tell hello world. Now tell me, if I execute this, will I be getting the output? No, I'll be getting the output as error. Why? Because missing semicolon. Sir, now will I be getting the output, sir? 200% you'll not get the output if you execute this line. Sir, why, sir? Why? Because don't you think it is not been enclosed within a main function? That's the reason I will not be getting any output. Sir, what I will do, sir, I will enclose this particular piece of code within the main function, sir. I'll just tell the function name happens to be main function. Yeah, void main I will tell. Yes, please don't worry about what is that void main. Why? Because I'm not explaining C at this point of time. Now tell me, if I execute this piece of code, will I be getting the output? Yes or no? Will I be getting the output? 100% no. Sir, why, sir? Why? Because this piece of code should be enclosed within a header file. Within a header file. So what was the name of the header file, sir? It is hash include stdio.h. That is standard input output. stdio.h. Yes or no? Already some of them are asking, sir, why that stdio.h? My dear, this is not C workshop. If I'm doing C workshop 100%, I will tell you why that stdio.h, why this void main. This is Python workshop. That is the reason my main concentration will be towards Python. Is that fine? Let us not deviate from the actual workshop. Is that fine? Okay, great. And now you should tell me, sir, if I execute this, will I be getting the output, sir? 200% you'll be getting the output as what? Hello world. See here, you'll be getting the output as what? Hello world. Let us just take as it is. You need not to worry about all. Sir, please execute, sir. 100% I'm going to execute. You don't worry about that. Where to execute also I will tell you. You will be getting the output, no issues. Now, please tell me, if you people are aware of Java, then tell. If not, I will tell you. If you want to get the output in Java, what you will do? Please tell me what you people will do. How to get the output in Java? Are you aware of Java? No idea. Okay, no idea. In case of Java, you may have to tell. Guys, you just see, that's it. If you're not able to understand also, no issue. Will you see that? That's it. I'm not going to explain Java. At least I will just show it to you. That's it. You have to tell system dot out dot print, or you can just tell print ln. It's anything that's up to your wish. Within this, I will just tell hello world, and I have to tell the semicolon. That is compulsory in Java also. Sir, will I be getting the output if I just do like this, sir? 100% will not be getting the output. What we should do, sir? You have to enclose this piece of code within a main function. Sir, how does the main function will look like in Java, sir? You might have to tell public static void main. You don't worry about this public static void main. Inside this, you might have to tell string of arguments. Okay, great. Sir, will I be getting the output, sir, if I execute? Now also no. You have to place this piece of code within a class. Within a class, you may have to place the piece of code. I will tell the class happens to be main, and this is the closure of class. Sir, if I execute this line of code, will I be getting the output, sir? 100% you'll be getting the output as what? Hello world. Sir, please execute, sir. For your purpose, I'll execute that. You don't worry about that. You just keep on observing. In case of Java also, if you execute the same piece of code, whatever I have written, you will be getting the output as hello world. There is no doubt in that. There is no doubt in that. Sir, when it comes to Python, what I have to do, sir, just to get the output as hello world. See here, my expectation is to get the output like this. My expectation is to get the output like this. What is the expectation? My expectation is to get the output as hello world. Okay, sir, what I have to do in case of Python, sir? You need not to do anything in Python. All that you have to do is you have to use one function. Sir, what is the name of the function, sir? The name of the function happens to be printf. What is the name of the function? Printf or print? Someone told in the chat box. That's the reason I also told printf. It is not printf, it is print function. Is that fine? It is print function. Within the print function, you place whatever the code you want to print. I will tell hello world. I'll tell hello world. Sir, what about semicolon, sir? If you put semicolon or if you don't put semicolon, ultimately you will be able to execute the code. You will not be getting the output as error if you do not use semicolon. Without semicolon also you'll be getting the output. Sir, what about main function, sir? There is no main function. Sir, what about header function, sir? There is no header function. Sir, at least is there any class, sir, for this? No need to use the class just to print some statement. Only one line of code. If you execute this one line of code, sir, really will I be getting the output as hello world, sir? Only one line of code. Guys, please tell me, when it comes to here, how many lines of code? I want you to tell how many lines of code. We'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. How many lines of code? Just count and tell me how many lines. Don't you think 5 lines? 5 lines. When it comes to Java, it is 7 lines. Just to get the output as hello world, 7 lines. When it comes to Python, it is only one line. When it comes to only one line, don't you think? Now you should tell me by seeing the differences, whatever you people are seeing, don't you think the syntax of Python is very simple? The syntax of Python is very simple and it is very easy to understand as well. Yes or no? It is very easy to understand. Now you got to know why it is in the top position, why it has been used by many programmers. Sir, first execute C program, sir. We will see the output. Execute Java program, sir. We'll see the output. Execute the Python program, sir. We'll see the output. When it comes to execution, there are 3 ways of execution. Either you can execute using the IDLE that I'm going to teach later. Similarly, you can use any IDEs like Sublime Text is there, PyCharm is there, Anaconda is there. Later I will teach you. Don't worry about that. Don't you think I can execute a program in online also? How many of them will agree with my point? In online, I can execute a program. Sir, really, is it possible to execute a program online, sir? Yes, why not? See here, first I'll just take C compiler. See here, I'm going to execute a C program, whatever I have written. Sir, is it possible to execute C program in the online, sir? Why not? You just type C compiler, click on this. You need not to use Turbo C, C++ and all just to practice. I'll just do one thing. I'll just remove all these things. Please tell me whatever I have written when it comes to C. Don't you think I have written void main? I have written void main. Next, within this void main, I have told what I have told. I have just told a printf. Okay, within the printf, what I have told. Don't you think I have just told hello world? I have just told hello world. Okay, and semicolon is compulsory. If I miss semicolon, I'll be getting the output as error. Now, if I execute this piece of code, how many of them are able to understand? I got the output as hello world. Yes or no? Guys, please do respond. I have executed a C program in front of you. Yes. Same thing when it comes to Java. We can execute Java online. I'll just tell Java compiler. See here. I'll just tell Java compiler. Let me just click on that. You only observe. See here. I'll just tell whatever the class that I have taken happens to be main and public static void main hello world. Already they have printed. Let me just use that. Don't you think this is what the code that I have written? Yes or no? When it comes to Java, this is what the code that I have written. Now, I will execute this same output. See here, hello world. There is no change in the output. See here, the output happens to be hello world. How many of them are able to understand by seeing the output? Just a minute, it's getting executed. Yeah, hello world. Sir, what about Python, sir? Same thing. I'll just take Python compilers here. I'll just consider Python compiler online. Okay, I'll just click on that. Let me just click on this online Python compiler. When it comes to Python, what I have told, all that you have to do is what? Print hello world. That's it. See here, print function. What I have told, I have just told hello world. Only one line of code. I have not used semicolon. I have not used main function. I have not used header function. I have not used any class and all. If I execute, I don't think I'll be getting the output as same hello world. Now tell me, how many of them got the confidence that yes, sir, Python is very simple. That's it. How many of them understood? Please do respond. Okay, great. Very good. Very good. Very good. At least, are you appreciating the effort of GVR, whatever the decision that he has taken in Christmas holidays in 1989? Okay, now do one thing. Please take the screenshot of this diagram number 2. I want everybody to take the screenshot of this diagram number 2. Please take the screenshot. Okay, hope that you people would have taken the screenshot. Okay. Okay. One person is asking, sir, please show the diagram number 1. 100% I'm going to show diagram number 1. If you want, you can just take the screenshot of this D1, that is diagram number 1 as well. Okay, take the screenshot. Okay, great. Next, let us just proceed further. Some of them are asking, sir, this is a simple program, sir. What is there in this printing hello world? Please take some difficult program, sir. You want some difficult program? Okay, 100% I'm going to consider some difficult program. I'll just do one thing. I will take next program like this. Will that be fine? Okay, sir, what is the next program, sir? I will take printing study online 500 times using Java and Python. Will that be fine? Shall I take this example? Please do respond. Printing study online 500 times on the console using Java and Python. Okay, we will see how the code is there. Now what I'll do, I'll just consider Java. I can just write C also, but it is waste of time because my concentration is to explain the ease of Python. That means how simple is Python. Now what I'll do, I'll just go back to directly. I'll just go back to online editor. Just tell me whether you're able to see the online editor or not. I'll just go to Java online editor. I'll just tell like this here. Online Java editor. Here. Guys, don't worry about the logic. If you people are not able to understand the logic of Java, don't worry. Why? Because I'm not explaining Java in this workshop. You just observe the line of code. That's it. I will use for loop. Within the for loop, I'll just declare the variable called as int, and I'll just tell the variable name happens to be I. Initially, I'll just start with 0. Next, how many times I want? I want 400 or 500 times, right? That's the reason I'll just tell I should be less than or equal to. I can just 499 or 500. Anything is fine. Ultimately, 500 times it will print. Next. Okay, it's not visible properly. Yeah. Next, I will increment the value of I. Now what I'll do, within that for loop, I will place that piece of code. That means I want to execute or I want to study online to be printed 500 times on the console. Here I'll just tell study online. Now tell me, if I execute, guys, don't worry about the code. If you're not able to understand the code also, don't worry. Why? Because you are here to learn Python, not Java. Is that clear? Now let me just do one thing. Let me just go back here. I would like to execute. Now tell me, how many of them are able to see the output? Study online. Harshid Nag, you will be removed from the session if you do the same thing in the chat box. Simply telling yes and all. Guys, this is not a normal lecture. Fine. If you see me offline, if you see me in the class that I'll be taking in the offline, it will be a pin drop silence. Guys, if I do some jokes in between, if I just teach properly, it only means that I'm having discipline towards teaching. That's it. And if you try to misbehave, then nothing can be done. It shows the immaturity of you. That's it. Okay. Now see here, let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the whiteboard. Guys, now I'm telling, please treat me as your friend. Please treat me as your friend with some terms and condition. Is that fine? I am only telling, please treat me as your friend with some terms and condition. If you have any sort of doubt, please do ask me. No need to hesitate in that. Let me just do one thing. Let me just go back to the Java editor. I would like to copy this completely. I would like to copy this. Let me just go back to whiteboard. I'm going to paste the piece of code, whatever I have written. Okay. Now tell me how many lines of code, guys? How many lines of code? We'll see how many of them will count and how many of them will get the proper answer. How many lines of code? When it comes to Java, just to print hello world 500 times on the console, how many lines of code? Don't you think almost it is 10 lines of code? 10 or 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lines of code. Same thing, same thing. Sir, I want to execute in Python, sir. I want to print hello world. I want to print hello world 500 times, sir. Any idea for anyone? How many lines? Any idea for anyone? How many lines of code? What do you have to do? You have to print. See here, that is the reason I'm using print function. Within print function, what I will do? What do you want to print? Please tell me what do you want to print? Very good. You want to print study online, right? That's the reason what I'll just tell. I want to print study online. How many times you want to print? Please tell me how many times you want to print. Please do respond. How many times you want to print? 100 times or 500 times? What I have given in the notes. I think 500 times, right? 500 times. That's what I have told. That is the reason. It is very simple. You just multiply with 500. That's it. Is that fine? Sir, if I execute this, will I be getting the output, sir? 100% will be getting the output. Please tell me the number of lines. How many number of line? I want you to respond. How many number of line? Don't you think only one line? Only one line of code? Sir, what, sir? A huge thing in Java, you're telling in only one line in Python. Yeah, that's what the beauty of Python. I'll just do one thing. I would like to share you the online editor. In this online editor, I'll just come back here. I'll just tell, instead of hello world, I will tell study online, and I will multiply with star symbol. 500 I will tell. Now you have to observe, if you execute, we'll not be getting the output in this desired manner. See here study online. Like this, I will not be getting the output. If I execute, what is the output that I got? Don't you think one below the other I didn't get? One after the other I got. That is the reason. Solution is very simple. After printing study online, control, please go the next line. That means /n. That's it. After printing study online, you go to the next line. Now I will execute. Now tell me how many of them are able to understand. I got the output in the desired manner, one below the other. Still the number of line is only one. Now tell me how many of them are able to understand. Python is a very simple programming language. It is very easy to understand. I'll just tell /n. Okay, great. Now do one thing. Please take the screenshot of what is the diagram number. I want you to respond. What is the diagram number? I think it's diagram number 3 or 4. I think it's diagram number 3. Okay, great. Please take the screenshot of diagram number 3. Hope that you people would have taken the screenshot of diagram number 3. At least now, how many of them understood? A syntax of Python is very simple and easily will be able to understand what is Python. That means, yes, sir, we got the interest to learn Python. How many of them? Please do respond. Till now, whatever I have explained, if you don't have any doubts, please do respond yes. If you have a doubt, please do respond no. Okay, seriously guys, I'm very happy to see the responses, whatever you people are giving. Really, I'm very happy for that. Okay, great. Now you have understood the applications of Python. You have understood the history of Python. That means who invented Python, in which year, and officially when Python got released to the market. That also understood. And you people would have seen the ease of Python, that is the simplicity of Python. Now, let me just do one thing. Let me just tell you the history of languages. Let me just teach you the history of languages. Afterwards, we'll hold the technical discussion. Will that be fine? A chota topic is there. I will teach that one. Okay. Will that be fine, guys? Please do respond. Will that be fine for everyone? One chota topic is there. That's it. Okay. Sir, what is the topic, sir? I'll just tell like this here. I'll just consider the heading happens to be history of languages. History of languages. Guys, no one I'm telling, in between the class, I might be committing a spelling mistake, not what I can tell, a technical mistake. A spelling mistake might happen. Why? Because it's an online class. I'll be more concentrated towards explaining the concept in a very better manner. That is the reason spelling mistake might happen. It doesn't mean that hey, Sandesh is not aware of English, man. See, he has not written the spelling properly. It doesn't mean like that. Please do correct me. I'll not mind. Will that be fine? Guys, if I have committed any spelling mistake, please do tell me, Sandesh sir, like this, I have committed a mistake. I will correct that. Is that clear, guys? Okay, great. Now what I'll do, history of languages. Sir, what is the meaning of this history of language, sir? Let me just do one thing. Please tell me, you have a computer in your laptop, or you have, sorry, you have computer or laptop. That means a desktop or a laptop is what you're having. Now tell me, whenever you want to execute anything, assume that you want to perform some task. Sir, what task, sir? You want to calculate something and you want to get the end result. You want to add a plus b and you want to get the output, or you want to add 10 plus 2, you want to get the output, or you want to multiply 10 plus 3 and you want to get the output. Don't you think in order to perform some operation, we have to write the input, we have to give the input, correct, right? Now that is what I'm going to talk, history of languages. That means initially as a developer, let's assume that he is a developer. I want everyone to observe, as a developer who will be writing the code, what they used to do. If you ask me, in 1940s, I'm speaking about 1940s. Is that clear? In 1940s, how they used to give the input and how they used to get the output. If you ask me, I will tell like this. First of all, tell me which is the very important component which is used to get the output. For example, you want to get the output, which is a very important component. I know keyboard is important, mouse is important, charger is important, everything is important. But when it comes to laptop or desktop, don't you think CPU is important? Inside CPU, something will be there. Processor, yes or no? Processor is very important. Will you agree with my point? Please do respond. Can I write the processor name happens to be microprocessor? How many of them will agree with my point? Microprocessor. And one more thing you people should observe, this microprocessor is a semiconductor technology device. It's a semiconductor technology device. If it is semiconductor technology device, don't you think it will understand? No, guys, motherboard, all those things are very important only, but I'm just taking at most important component, which will be used in order to get the proper output. Is that fine? Now, microprocessor will understand only one language. Sir, what is the one language, sir? It will understand either 0 or it will understand ones. That's it. If you provide the input in the form of zeros and ones, then you will be getting the output. No, sir, I'll provide the input in the form of English, sir. No, you'll not be getting the output. That's what the advantage as well as disadvantage of microprocessor. Will that be fine? Let's please do respond. Microprocessor can understand only zeros and ones. Apart from zeros and ones, it will not understand anything. Now, technically, I will call zeros and ones as what? Machine level language. What is zeros and ones, guys? Please tell me what is zeros and ones. If the data is available in the form of 0 and 1, what is that language called as? Machine level language, or some of them might be calling it as machine level language, MLL, or binary language. Machine level language or binary language. I'll just do one thing. I'll be writing completely. I'll just tell machine level language, or binary language. Let me just reduce the font size. Okay. If the data has been represented in the form of zeros and ones, it is called as machine level language or binary language. Now, in 1940s, what they used to do, if you ask me, they used to write the code. In the language where our microprocessor will understand. Please tell me, what was the language our microprocessor used to understand? What was the language called as? Machine level language. That means if they want to perform addition, they used to write 1010, something like that. I'm just taking an example. That's it. See here, 1010. Similarly, okay, Apuru, no issues. Thank you. Yeah, see here. If you want to perform some addition, 0011. Next, if you want to perform subtraction, 0101, something like this, it used to perform. Now, you people should think and answer. If you want to perform addition, you used to write the code in what? Binary language, 1010, 0011. Simply, I'm just writing that shit. And for division, 1111, it's a machine level language. Now, tell me, if you try to give the input as machine level language to this microprocessor, 100% you people will be able to get the output. Yes or no? Will you think you will be getting the output? Yes or no? Please do respond. 100% you people will be getting the output. Why? Because that is what the language the microprocessor will understand. Correct, right? That's the reason, no issue in that. You will be getting the output. That is how in 1940s the developer used to write the code. Next, what happened, sir? Next, what happened, sir? As the days progressed, we as a human being, including me, don't you think we will see the new things? That means we will just try to invent some new things. Correct, right? Sir, why, sir? Why? Because remembering the numbers was frustrating at that point of time. 1010. Guys, I have just written a simple example. That's it. It is not 1010 for addition. Just for your reference, I have written. For addition, they used to remember some huge code. That is the reason. Don't you think? We as a human being, we are very offended to remember the numbers. Why? Because some of them, tell me, you would have stored your phone number as my number in your mobile. Yes or no? If you buy a new SIM, including me also, if we buy a new SIM, don't you think we will save our number as my number in our phone? Yes or no? Hardly you'll be remembering your mother number, father number, your boyfriend, girlfriend number. That's it. Apart from that, your friend's number will also you'll remember. No, you'll save the number. Correct, right? That is the reason. Instead of remembering the machine level language, that is the code in the zeros and ones, what they thought is, let us just develop a new language. Let us just develop a new language where we can remember. That means in 1940s, this is 1940s. I'll just tell this happens to be 1950s. In 1950s here, I'll just tell 1950s. Let me just consider this is 1950s. Let me just take this one. I'll just change the color. Let me just increase the font size. Okay, already the font size has been increased. This is 1940s. See here, how they used to write the code, if you ask me, observe properly. If you want to perform addition, right, you just tell add. You want to perform subtraction, right, you just tell sub. You want to perform multiplication, right, you just tell mul. You want to perform division, right, you just tell div. Writing the language in this format is only called as what? Assembly level language. Please do respond. I want your response from everyone. Please do respond. What is this called as? What is approach called as? Assembly level language. Assembly level language. Is that clear? It's assembly level language. In 1950s, technically it is called as mnemonics. Mnemonics. Now you people should tell me the answer. If I provide this assembly level language as the input to this microprocessor, will I be getting the output? Yes or no? 200% no. Sir, why, sir? Why? Because our microprocessor will understand only one language called as what? Machine level language. Will you agree with my point? That is what the only language the microprocessor will understand. That is the reason directly we should not provide this assembly level language to microprocessor. Rather, we have to use one software. We have to use the software. Okay, sir, what was the software name, sir? The software which is used in order to convert the given assembly level language to machine level language. What was the software name? Please tell me what is software name. We'll see how many of them will tell that. Please do respond by seeing the answer. Guys, the software which is used to convert the given assembly level language to machine level language. What is software name? I have written that. I don't think the software name happens to be assembler. The software name happens to be assembler. Sir, what is the duty of assembler, sir? The duty of assembler is to convert the given assembly level language to machine level language. Or if someone is asking you the definition of assembler, what you have to tell, if you ask me, assembler is a software which takes assembly level language as the input and provides machine level language as the output. That's what I have to tell. Yes or no? That's what I have to tell. Okay. Now, in 2021, that means after 1990s till 2021. See here, I'll just tell after 1960s till 2021, what is the approach that they are following, if you ask me, in order to write the programming language or in order to provide the input? They are not following the machine level language input. They're not following the assembly level language. Sir, then what they're following, sir? They are following something called as high level language. What is the answer, guys? Please tell me. What was the approach that they have invented recently? That is from 1960s till now. What is the approach name? Please tell me. What is the approach name? You just tell me the short form. A short form happens to what? HLL, high level language. I'll just tell the short form happens to be HLL. That happens to be high level language. From 1960s till now, we are using the high level language just to give the input to the microprocessor. That means if you want to perform addition, you just tell plus. If you want to perform subtraction, just tell minus. Perform multiplication, just tell star. I don't know whether you people would have observed or not. While multiplying study online into 500 times, don't you think I have used star? Have you observed that? Very good, very good. If you want to perform division, you just use the symbol. Just use the symbol. Technically, add, sub, mul, div. These things are called as mnemonics. These things are called as symbolic representation or symbols. Is that fine? Now, again, I'll be asking the same question. Sir, what question, sir? This is machine level language. This is assembly level language. This is high level language. Now, do you think directly if I provide the high level language code to the microprocessor, will I be getting the output? This time you should tell me the answer. Will I be getting the output? 100% no. 100% no. So then what we have to do, sir? You might have to use a software for that. What was the software name, or what is the software name? If you ask me, the software name happens to be compiler. Is that fine? What is the software name? Compiler. Compiler is a system software which is used for what? For taking the high level language as the input, and in turn, it will convert the high level language into machine level language. Is that clear? Compiler will take the high level language as the input, and it will produce the machine level language. Here also machine level language. Here also machine level language. Now, is that clear for everyone? When it comes to the definition of assembler and compiler, is that clear for everyone? Sir, can you please give me some example for high level language, sir? You can consider Java. See here. First, I'll just write Python, Java. Like this, many programming languages are the best example for high level programming language. Is that clear? Like this, the list goes on. But right now, your concentration should be towards Python. Now tell me, Python is what kind of programming language? Is it a machine level language, or is it a high level language, or is it a assembly level language? Python. Please do respond. What kind of programming language is Python? I want you to respond. What kind of programming language is Python? Don't you think Python is what? A high level programming language? A high level programming language. Now tell me, if somebody is asking you to define assembler, are you in a position to define assembler? If somebody is asking you to define compiler, are you in a position to define compiler? Yes or no? Okay, let me just give the abbreviation of this. What is machine level language? Sorry, what is MLL? Machine level language. Similarly, what is ALL? We'll see how many of them will tell that. So what is ALL? What is ALL? Don't you think assembly level language? Assembly level language. At last, what is HLL? High level language, so that you people should not be getting confused. High level language. Is that clear for everyone? Please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, what is this diagram number? Please do respond. What is the diagram number? I think it is diagram number 3 or 4. 4. Very good. Diagram number 4. Please take the screenshot of diagram number 4. Please take the screenshot of diagram number 4. Hope that everybody would have taken the screenshot of diagram number 4. Now, without wasting the time, let me just move on to the notes. That is day 1. Please write. I'll just do one thing. I'll just consider. Is that day 1? Just give me a minute. Diagram number 4 or what? I think, oh, here I have missed. Okay. Here I have written diagram number 4. It is diagram number 3. Now, shall I write diagram number 4 here? Now tell me, how many of them are able to understand? Please do respond, guys. How many of them are able to understand the diagram number 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes, sir. In today's topic, whatever you have thought, everything we have understood, sir. There is no doubt. How many of them? Yes, I want a genuine response. Okay, great. Very good. Very good. Now, shall I write the definition for that? Assembler and compiler. See here, assembler means what? It's a system software which takes assembly level language as input and produces machine level language as output. Similarly, what is compiler? Compiler is a system software which takes high level language as input and produces machine level language as output. Is that clear? Is that clear for everyone? Okay, great. Now, let us just halt the technical discussion, but still the class is not yet over. Last 2 minutes, that's it, last 2 minutes, which is very important. When it comes to attendance, already I have told you guys, if you want the certificate for this workshop, you need not to pay a single rupee for that. Again, I'm telling, if somebody is calling, in order to issue a certificate, you just give this amount, you just scold them in dash language, in Acha Kannada, you just scold them. Is that fine? Yes, everybody will understand Kannada. How many of them will not understand Kannada? You just tell me yes. How many of them will not understand Kannada? Okay, fine, no issues. Why? Because I can speak Kannada as well. I can speak English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, a bit of Malayalam. I can understand Malayalam, but I cannot speak completely. Irrespective of the language you want, you can just interact with me. Okay. Guys, when it comes to attendance, now only I'm telling, out of 5 days of workshop, please tell me how many days are compulsory in order to get the certificate? 3 days is compulsory. So then how are you going to take the attendance, sir? How are you going to take the attendance, sir? Everybody are there in WhatsApp? Are you there in WhatsApp? Yes or no? Are you there in WhatsApp? Yes or no? If I share the link, what will happen? I know that you will also share that link to your friends. Because ultimately, that's up to your wish whether to cheat or not. Why? Because you're learning. It's a Saraswati is what I will tell. Please don't cheat. Okay. What is the first cheat code that I have told? First cheat code. First cheat. If you would have attended the session at the initial, then you'll understand. What is the first cheat code? Sandesh. Next, I'll just tell the second cheat code. Second cheat code. I'll just tell the second cheat code happens to be study online. Study online. Is that clear? Sir, where we have to enter the cheat code, sir? You just do one thing. Everybody, now I'm telling, I hope you people are there in our WhatsApp group, you people are there in our Telegram group or whatever it may be. Fine. I think I have created a WhatsApp group. Just see here. All of you, the credentials to attend the class would remain same throughout the 5 days, 6 to 7:30. The credential, that means the Zoom credentials would remain same. That means whatever the password and username, that is all those things would remain same. Now, every day I'll be sharing the link for you individually. Sir, how you will share the link, sir? This is my WhatsApp number. I hope everybody are having my WhatsApp number. I have just texted you by saying greetings from Study Online, and this is the class one. Correct? I have just texted you. Now, only I'm telling, if I share the link in group, there is a chance of misusing. That means somebody will send the link and somebody will fill that. That's the reason. Are you there in WhatsApp? Yes or no? Is there anyone who is not there in WhatsApp? Please do respond. Is there anyone who is not there in WhatsApp? Please do respond. Yes. No, sir, I'm not there in WhatsApp. Anybody? Now only please tell me. Okay. If you are there in WhatsApp, I hope you people are aware of my name. My name is Sandesh. Fine. And this is my number. Okay. Now, what you people should do, if you ask me, you people should tell. That's it. If you want to get the attendance link, I'll be sending you the link. What you should do, I'll send the link. You people should text me by saying the feedback of day one. That's it. You people should tell me the feedback of day one. That's it. Simply just tell me, sir, day one class, whatever it may be. That's it. That's up to your wish. Day one I have attended. It was nice, bad, or whatever it may be. I just want the feedback from your side. You just tell me the feedback, whatever it may be, guys. That's up to your wish. Sir, we are not interested to give the feedback, sir. No issues. You just tell me that I have attended day one of workshop. I'll send you the link. You fill the link. In that link, no one I'm telling, cheat codes will be there. You have to select the cheat code, proper cheat code. I'll be giving the option. First cheat code, Sandesh, Suhas, Akash, I will tell. If you select Sandesh, I will come to a conclusion that you have attended session number 1. Next, cheat code number 2. I will give study online, something and all I will give. You have to select study online. Will that be fine? Guys, you have to do one thing. First, what you have to do? You have to just, guys, I know somebody will share the cheat code also. That's up to you, their wish. That's what I will tell. Don't cheat the cheat code. Will that be fine? Okay, great. Please do ping me in WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number. I'll reply for each one of you by the end of the day. I cannot reply for everyone suddenly. 100% I'm going to reply for each one of you at the end of the day. And what about notes, sir? Notes also I will share. Is that fine? In the group I will share or individually I will share. You don't worry about that. I'll be sending you the link. If you tell me the feedback or you just tell me, sir, I have attended day 1. I'll just send you the link. Is that fine? And please remember the cheat code. Okay. How many of them enjoyed day 1? How many of them enjoyed day 1? Yes, sir. We understood the complete topic, whatever we thought in day 1, sir. At least people are able to enjoy the class. That is very important. Guys, one thing, I'm using a basics of English. That's it. I'm not using a technical term. I'm not using a hi-fi English. Why? Because when it comes to teaching purpose, I'm damn sure if I use the normal English, easily people will be able to understand. Yes or no? I'm not using any fancy words and all. Correct, right? It doesn't mean that I cannot use. I can use, but when it comes to teaching, that this is more than sufficient. And many people are telling the teaching style is awesome. All those things. Thank you so much for you guys. Thank you so much for your compliments. And tomorrow, will you attend the class? Can I expect the same people tomorrow? Please do respond. Can I expect the same? Okay. And how is the Josh? after attending day one. Okay, great. And you can expect more stuff tomorrow also. Tomorrow I'll be teaching the actual thing in Python so that you people will be getting that interest to learn Python. That is my responsibility. Don't worry at all. Thank you so much, guys, and a good night. And we'll halt the technical discussion. Have a great day. And tomorrow, please don't miss. Please make sure that if the class is at 6 o'clock, you'll join the class at 5:55. Is that fine? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.